Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Voice is coming clear. Hi, Subodh. Good to see you. Voice is coming clear. Audio is coming clear. Hi, Mamta, Chaitanya, Prajakta. Chalo. Great. Pramit, Amit, Dipalok. Great. Good to see all of you. Samir, Shantanu, Srinivasan, Suchit, Sunil, Vaishnav. Hi. Okay. So let's get started. देखो, today we are going to touch upon the point कि क्लाइंट के साथ मीटिंग हो रहा है बट क्लाइंट इज कंटिन्यूअसली कंपेयरिंग यू विथ अनदर एडवाइजर द क्लाइंट इज कंपेयरिंग यू विथ अनदर एडवाइजर अरे उसने ये बताया अरे मेरा एक सीए है उन्होंने ये बताया मेरा एक ब्रदर इन लॉ है उनका वेल्थ एडवाइजर भी है उन्होंने ये बोला सो द क्लाइंट हाउ टू हैंडल ए सिचुएशन where the clients are comparing you with another advisor. So, how to handle such situations without losing your authority? Without losing your authority. So, that is what we are going to discuss today in a brief manner. ठीक है आप लोगों के साथ कभी हुआ है ऐसा हुआ होगा या हाल ही में हुआ है बाद में हुआ है या क्या एक्सपीरियंस है कि जब कंपैरिजन हो जाता है सीए ने ये बताया है एंड सो ऑन सो देखो थिंक अबाउट दिस जब आपने व्हेन वाज द लास्ट टाइम यू कंपेयर्ड समथिंग बिफोर मेकिंग अ डिसीजन आप कुछ डिसीजन लेने से पहले आपने कोई कंपैरिजन की थी जैसे मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूं मे बी व्हेन यू बॉट योर लास्ट मोबाइल फोन आपने कंपैरिजन की थी हाँ या ना यस और नो राइट इट इन द चैट बॉक्स ओके ओके आपने कंपैरिजन की थी अगर कोई एक स्पेशलाइज्ड डॉक्टर के पास जाना है व्हेन यू हैव टू चूज एंड गो टू ए डॉक्टर क्या आप कभी दोस्तों में रिश्तेदारों में पूछताछ करते हैं कि किसके पास जाएं डू यू चेक विद अनदर डॉक्टर अनदर फ्रेंड अनदर रिलेटिव बिफोर सिलेक्टिंग विच डॉक्टर टू गो टू और मे बी आपको कहीं पे घूमने जाना है आपको होटल्स डिसाइड करना है मे बी वेन यू बुक ए होटल कहीं पे जाना है क्या आपने कंपैरिजन किया था बिफोर बुकिंग ए होटल और डिड यू जस्ट पिक द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन you definitely compared correct all of us compare why not because all options are bad but because when you are not fully sure is the time you check with others when you are not fully sure okay now ये situation आपके clients के साथ लाइए now bring this to your clients so when a client says another advisor suggested something else another advisor suggested something else. He is not challenging you. He is revealing something. Do you know what he is revealing? क्या रिवील कर रहा है? When the client says another advisor suggested me something, that person is definitely not challenging you. But by telling this, that person is revealing something to you. What is it they're revealing? That they are slightly unsure. They are slightly uncertain. Yes, correct, Priya. They are slightly unsure. They are slightly uncertain. And उसी वक्त and in that moment, many of us make a mistake. क्या mistake करते हैं? we start to defend. Huh? Correct, Shrikant. Good to see you, Shrikant. Long time. We start to defend and we start to prove and we start to compare back. And then suddenly, entire conversation becomes a competition. Entire conversation becomes a competition. देखिए, the moment you enter into some comparison, you lose your position. Because now you're definitely not a guide. You're just another option. And whenever there is an option, options always gets compared. But if you're a guide, people follow the guide. People follow the guide. Okay. So आज का सेशन उसी के ऊपर है. Today's session is not about how to handle comparison. It is about understanding something little more deeper कि जब ये comparison होता है, so why comparisons happen and how to rise above it without fighting it. How to rise above it without fighting it. Because if you solve that, you don't need better answers. You definitely don't need better answers. Okay? Ready? So we will start today's session on that. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm going to open my presentation deck and we will get started. Just a second and we will be ready. Okay. Okay. Yes. Correct. Is the slide deck visible, all of you? Slide deck is visible? Srinivasan, Subodh, Suchit, Suman, Sumit, दिख रहा है? चलो. How to handle whenever a client is doing comparison without losing authority, without doing any kind of jagra, no marpit, no comparison. How to handle such situations? Okay. देखो, क्लाइंट जो ये करते हैं, क्लाइंट्स बहुत बार ये करेंगे कि another advisor suggested this, someone else is giving better returns, I am also comparing other options. एंड जैसे ही ये बात सुनने में आता है, हमारा ह्यूमन माइंड, we feel slightly uncomfortable. Let us be honest about it, and this is natural. We feel slightly uncomfortable. But clients don't compare you because you are weak. They compare you because they are, as Priya ne suggested, they are uncertain in their mind. They are unsure in their mind. Okay. And comparison is not about performance. It is about the lack of clarity, lack of, simple way of forward, lack of direction in the client's mind. And when clients are clear, they won't compare. When they're confused, they compare everything. Okay? And उस समय अगर आप डिफेंड करना शुरू कर देंगे, then we lose control. Okay? So एक तरफ है defending the fund, showing returns, explaining differences, telling them why you did this, why I suggested this. The other side is authority. So ये एक seesaw है. हमको दूसरे तरफ शिफ्ट करना है. देखो, मोमेंट ट्रिगर आता है ना, आई एम कंपेयरिंग ऑप्शंस, देर इज अ डिफेंस ट्रैप एंड देन देर इज अ क्लैरिटी. ओके, डिफेंस में क्या हो सकता है? हम लोग रिटर्न्स दिखाना शुरू कर देंगे, डिफेंडिंग द फंड, एक्सप्लेनिंग द टेक्निकल डिफरेंसेस, फंड मैनेजर परफॉर्मेंस, एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस. द इमोशन क्या प्ले करता है? दैट इज ड्रिवन बाय ईगो. वी ट्राई टू प्रूव that what we have suggested is correct. And there is a fear of losing the client. And in the end, we lose the position because we lose control of the narrative. On the other hand, advisors, clarity है, there is a अक्काइडू अप्रोच. उसके ऊपर हम बात करेंगे कि सामने से अगर कोई तुमको जोर से मार रहे, फुटबॉल में होता है ना, तुम डॉज कर जाते हो, यू डॉज द बॉल. Somebody is coming very fast towards you, or maybe in martial arts also you have seen somebody is trying to hit you, you duck it. Okay, you duck it. So moment to duck, and actually the entire energy goes for a loss. So the way to do it is that you reframe towards the goals. Okay, and you definitely validate the client search to बोलता हाँ ये सही है. And the emotion at play should not be ego. It should be driven by empathy and extreme confidence in yourself. Okay, that is the time you establish ultimate authority. So with the client, what the client says versus what the client needs. I want the best fund. I want highest return. I want 25% CAGR kind of funds. I want you to be awake and be available all the. So these are what on the surface is what the client will say. Okay. Below the surface, their actual true desire is confidence in their decision, absolute clarity in their approach. Okay. And they're looking for a guide who can reduce their confusion. So at that moment, don't fight comparison. Rule number one, we need to just reframe it. Always remember to stop trying to prove your product is superior. Instead, absorb their uncertainty and redirect that energy towards a different goal, a shared goal. So otherwise, kya hoga? Head-on collision. There will be a lot of energy loss. Client will compare, advisor is defending, there is a head-on collision. The other approach is that Japanese martial arts is a kind of redirect. So client is comparing, you are guiding the client towards the right direction. Okay. So there are 4 steps to regain control. The first step is to acknowledge. Second is to normalize. Third is to shift the conversation. And fourth is to guide it forward. Okay. 4-step process hai. First, acknowledge. Diffuse the immediate tension. उनके मन में जो भी सवाल है. Always say, fair enough. It's good to evaluate options. Immediately first acknowledge. याद रहेगा everyone? Fair enough. It's good to evaluate options. ज्यादा इधर उधर words की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay? Remember? याद रहेगा? Why it works? Because it instantly removes the friction. Instantly removes the friction. You are not a salesperson defending a pitch. You are basically a consulting, welcoming more data. Okay? Second is to normalize. Remove the threat. You say different advisors, different suggestions, different CAs may suggest different approaches. Okay? It is always why it works because you validate their experience without validating the customer's competitor's specific product. Okay? It is an experience. Yes, different advisors may suggest different approaches. Step number 3, shift the focus. Okay? Always pivot from a product to the person. But the real question is, it's not about the product, it's about the goal. But the real question is, what suits your goal and timeline? Okay. So what does it ensure? It ensures that the stop client is not looking here and there, ki karu kya? It is forcing the client to stop looking sideways at other advisors and look forward at their own life. कौन क्या बोल रहा है उसके ऊपर ध्यान मत दो. Shift the product discussion from the product to the person. But the real question is what suits your goal and then guide them. Let's look at this from your situation, not from comparison. Guide them ahead. You reestablish yourself as the guide. The moment you remain the guide and the advisor, every conversation will move your way. Moment you try to sell a product, you are at a lower order. You re-establish yourself as the essential guide. The comparison is no longer relevant. So this is the framework. Your role is not to be a catalog of different ye option, second option, third option, fourth. Your role is not to give options. Doctors don't give options. Options only give one recommendation. Your role is to be the prism that turns confusion into a direction. You are able to simplify things and ensure the client is able to achieve the goals. When you compete on products, you definitely get compared. But when you are leading as a guide because of your simple ways of thinking through, you are trusted. Okay. As soon as you step out of the race and assume the role of a guide, this comparison matrix will shatter. It will shatter in front of you. You will see how the energy will change in the room and the conversation will shift towards you. Never ever fight any comparison. Okay. Always acknowledge, normalize, redirect, and guide. You will leave behind all kinds of defending, historical performance, technical differences. None of those things will matter. You are in this business not to be better than another advisor. You are in this business looking to become successful and will become successful because you can simplify things for others. You are able to become a guide and be clearer than the rest. All the best, everyone. Have a great day ahead. Fantastic. And see you tomorrow exactly at 10:10. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.